Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Sunday evening, the show that brings you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Diana Master. Let's take a look at the news making headlines tonight. In a significant milestone for Namibia's clean energy future, the government has signed a feasibility and implementation agreement (FIA) with Hydrogen Energy Proprietary Limited, a Namibian registered green hydrogen development company, for the $10 billion Namibian green hydrogen project on Friday, the 26th of May 2023. The agreement marks a crucial step towards the realization of the green hydrogen project aimed at supplying green hydrogen internationally, regionally and domestically. At full-scale development anticipated before the end of the decade, the project will produce 2 million tons of green ammonia per year on average for regional and global markets. The transformative impact of this project on Namibia and its economy will be considerable. Gunnar Hering, CEO of Enetrag, the main shareholder of Hydrogen Energy, expressed his excitement and optimism during a celebratory speech. Hering acknowledged the collective achievements over the past 18 months and emphasized the foundation that has been laid for Namibia's bright future. He envisioned Namibia in the year 2050 as a thriving industrial African powerhouse with sustainable development and job opportunities that make unemployment and inequality a thing of the past. Getting into our next story, the recent detection of the Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, CCHF, in a human in Gobabis has prompted the Directorate of Veterinary Services, operating under the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, to issue a warning to animal handlers and the public general. The Veterinary Council is taking proactive measures to control the spread of this disease, which is a severe viral disease which poses a risk to both animals and humans. Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever is a highly contagious disease caused by the CCHF virus of the genus Norovirus. It can be transmitted to humans through tick bites, contact with infected animals, and exposure to body fluids of infected individuals. While animals infected with the virus may not exhibit clinical signs, humans can experience a sudden onset of symptoms including fever, dizziness, neck pain, and stiffness, headache, sore eyes, sensitivity to light, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, sore throat, and sharp mood swings and confusion. It is essential for anyone displaying these clinical signs to seek immediate medical attention, cited Chief Veterinary Officer Dr. Albertina Shilongo. In response to the outbreak, the Directorate of Veterinary Services has implemented several animal health control measures across the country in accordance with the Animal Health Act 1 of 2011. These measures aim to minimize the transmission of the infection from ticks and animals to humans, thereby safeguarding public health. Animal handlers are strongly urged to ensure that animals under their care are free from ticks and to wear protective clothing when conducting any slaughtering procedures. Moreover, all animal producers are advised to apply approved acaricides, which are chemical agents that control tick infestations to prevent the spread of the disease among livestock. The recently concluded Pan-African Parliamentarians Summit on Climate Policy and Equity in Midrand, South Africa, has put forth a series of crucial recommendations aimed at combating the pressing challenges imposed by climate change in Africa. Co-organized by the Pan-African Parliament and the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance, PACJA, the summit brought together key stakeholders to address climate justice, sustainable development, and resilience building across the continent. Key recommendations from the summit included holding major emitters accountable for their actions, implementing international climate agreements, pursuing reforms in climate finance, and promoting a transition towards low-carbon and climate-resilient development. The recommendations emphasize the urgency of addressing historical responsibilities and differentiated capabilities in climate change mitigation and adaptation efforts. African Union member states were urged to develop and enforce rigorous policies and laws to hold major emitters accountable for their consequences of their actions on African populations. This measure aims to address growing concerns over climate change atrocities. Furthermore, the summit stressed the importance of implementing international climate agreements such as the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, and the Paris Agreement. African countries were encouraged to develop robust action plans, strategies, and allocate sufficient budgetary resources to address climate change mitigation and adaptation measures. Accelerating the transition to low-carbon, climate-resilient, and ecologically just development was highlighted as a top priority. The summit stressed the importance of aligning this transition with national priorities priorities, promoting inclusivity among stakeholders, respecting human rights, and ensuring gender equality. Rounding off our top stories, Pick n Pay Namibia, a subsidiary of the Altava and List O&L Group, officially opened the doors of its new Pick n Pay Express store at the Namco Soweto service station at a launch event last week. This new store is Pick n Pay Namibia's second owner-managed express store. Present at the opening event was site owner of the Pick n Pay Express Namco Soweto service station, David Ilonga, who stated, "Today we are here to witness what started out as a difficult task to accomplish. However, with perseverance and consistency, this dream has come true, and today we are proud to say that we're bringing our services closer to the people of Soweto and surrounding communities. We believe that this new business will not only create jobs for people in the surrounding communities, but will also eliminate the need for people to walk or drive long distances to access retail facilities and petroleum products." Also in attendance was Pick n Pay Express Soweto store manager Trevor Kwenani, who expressed his excitement to introduce the new store to customers and suppliers. The store will be open at 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Now in our community talk segment tonight, we talk Chinese acupuncture, but first a quick ad break.
Thank you so much to FMB for this opportunity. Thank you so much to FNB. What an experience. I never got to do shopping in 5 minutes, but look at all this.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Getting into our community talk segment, the Chinese acupuncture department is a hidden gem and sanctuary of free healing for local patients at the Katutura Intermediate Hospital. Dr. Lee, leader of the medical team currently operating at the facility, says the department has been treating pain and bodily discomfort caused by an array of ailments using traditional Chinese acupuncture for 27 years. This video is by Jemima Ndebele.
The Chinese acupuncture department is a hidden gem in the Katutura Intermediate State Hospital, where patients go to receive free healthcare treatment for pain and discomfort using Chinese acupuncture.
Chinese acupuncture department working in Katutura Hospital since 1996. This is already 27 years. There are many people go to our department every day. Each morning we treat about 40 to 50 patients. 40 to 50 patients. I think acupuncture has roots and blossomed in Namibia. Acupuncture can treat many diseases such as pain, for example, chronic pain or acute pain.
Acupuncture involves the insertion of very thin needles through one's skin at strategic points of the body. The practice is known to prompt healing in traditional Chinese medicine and has made its way all across the world. The practice has even been recommended by the World Health Organization, as well as healthcare expert and former Health Minister Richard Kamui.
As one of the longest serving ministers of health, I had been privileged to to attend World Health Assembly. And I want to say, in many of those years, I spent 15 years here at the headquarters, 5 years, of course, as deputy minister, and 10 years attending World Health Assembly. Chinese traditional medicine is one of those that is recommended by WHO as acupuncture as one of those treatment. And WHO recommends traditional medicine in as long as that traditional medicine goes through, they work side by side with modern treatment of ministries of health, and that those who are practicing such traditional medicine, one example that I can give in our own country,
in our Story of the Day segment after the break, we take a look at the 3rd annual Nedbank Women in Media Conference that took place on Saturday.
Every day, you make choices that make you legendary. Journey together with us on the path to securing your legacy as a member of the League of Legends. With the Select Platinum Bundle Fee Premium Bank offering, you will access tools that will enable you to thrive. If you earn 850,000 Namibian dollars per annum or more, you can apply for this offering today via bankvinted.com.na for only 447 Namibian dollars per month. Bank Vinted, a member of Capricorn Group.
To another exciting episode of Oneuptwo.
Dis die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis julle mondlik gaan byt.
You're still with Sunset News. The 3rd annual Nedbank Women in Media Conference took place at the Nedbank campus on Saturday morning under the theme Empowering Women to Promote Human and Women Rights. Crown CEO Emiliangi Kembua on the occasion said that purpose is key to reaching new heights and breaking glass ceilings, especially professionally. This video is by Elizabeth Joseph.
I am called to do, and then spend your time doing the work to manifest that purpose. Secondly, I believe that we need to know our foundation. What is it that grounds you? What are you hinged on? What are those principles that drive you as a person? Personally, I am a child of God, so God is my foundation. Everything that I do is guided by the Bible and it's guided by the Word of God. For those of us that do not believe in God, I think you need to find something that is bigger than you so that guides you. Sometimes your foundation can be as simple as the principles and the values that your parents taught you as a child, because the biggest challenge for a parent is really to teach your child the right and wrong. And once you know your foundation, then that really becomes the value system that helps you to navigate. And be very unapologetic about your foundation, because sometimes you find people, when they are with Emilia, this is their foundation. When they are with Jemima, that is their foundation, and there is no consistency. So stick to your foundation and be very unapologetic about it. Then thirdly, you need to understand that Life is a journey, and as you are here, you are on a journey. You are journeying towards your purpose.
Now, Namibia's benchmark interest rate is now 100 basis points behind that of South Africa. We take a look at what exactly this means after the break as we cover economic news.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Let's get into our economic news. Namibia's benchmark interest rate is now 100 basis points behind that of South Africa after the South African Reserve Bank SARB hiked the repo rate to 8.25% on Friday. Namibia is at 7.25% and will certainly hike the rate in the coming 2 weeks. The 10th consecutive increase in the repo rate is another attempt to rein in inflation, which continues to evade the SARB's efforts. The prime lending rate in South Africa is now at 11.75%, just 75 basis points ahead of Namibia's at 11%, and is at a 14-year high, the steepest level since 2009, according to MoneyWeb. SARB Governor Lesetja Kganyago has made the announcement on Friday and said the Monetary Policy Committee decided on the hike because the South African economy was sick with inflation and the hike is the medicine it needs. The hike is a necessary evil, said Kganyago, who added that persistent inflation and elevated financial stability risks continue to mark a somewhat improved global growth outlook. South Africa's economic conditions, however, remain poor, he added. The rise in South Africa's headline inflation rate has been shaped primarily by fuel, electricity and food price inflation, he said. At the beginning of 2022, the benchmark rate was just at 3.75%. It has now doubled with no signs of slowing down. Now let's take a look at the economic indicators. One British pound now trades for 24 Namibian dollars and 26 cents. Meanwhile, 21 Namibian dollars and 4 cents buys you €1. Looking at commodities, all commodities are up, with gold trading at $1,946 per ounce and Brent crude oil trading at $77.37 per barrel. After the break, we take a look at our international news.
Good evening and welcome to Sunset News.
Dutch Minister's List A in his speech, rate in taxes, and how much.
After the break, we take a look at the sports.
We bring you
economic indicators, tomorrow's weather, and sports. I am Aina Raiza Kweo.
And now for our international news. Russia has carried out a new massive overnight drone attack on Ukraine's capital, Kyiv, killing at least one person, local officials have said. Kyiv's mayor Vitaly Klitschko said a man died when drone wreckage fell near a patrol station and a woman was injured. Overall, Russia launched a record 54 so-called kamikaze drones on Ukrainian targets, 52 of which were shot down, Ukraine's Air Force reported. In Kyiv alone, more than 40 drones were downed, officials said. Please do note that this information has not been independently verified, according to Sky News. Russia, which launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022, has in recent weeks stepped up its attacks on Kyiv, seeking to overwhelm the capital's defenses. Earlier on Sunday, air raid alerts were activated in 12 regions of Ukraine, from Volyn in the northwest to Dnipropetrovsk in the southeast. In a post on social media, Mr. Klitschko urged Kyiv residents to stay in shelters, warning of waves of drone attacks and a difficult night ahead. He said at least 2 high-rising buildings in different districts of the capital were on fire after being hit by failing and falling drone fragments. Kyiv officials also reported that warehouses in the southern Olesivsky district were ablaze. After this, we take a look at the weather predictions.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights. somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouthwatering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
Now let's take a look at the weather predictions. Clear skies are expected in Inanna with a maximum temperature of 32 degrees. Meanwhile, Ruakana can expect a sunny weather at 29 degrees. Swakopmund can expect clear skies with a maximum temperature of 16 degrees, while Henties Bay can also expect clear skies and maximum temperatures of 18 degrees and minimum temperatures of 13 degrees. After the break, we return with our sports news.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Now let's get into our sports news. Kudus Rugby Club 3 defeated Sparta 2 with 21-14 in a First League Rugby Division match played on Saturday at the Jan Vulcan Stadium in Walvis Bay. Kudu 3's captain Daman Irvin said that the match was played in quote-unquote good spirits. We lacked a little bit of fitness, but we still got the win. Our next game next week against the Dolphins won't be an easy one. They beat Sparta, so we need to return to the drawing board and prepare. Lionel Messi scored another record-breaking goal as Paris Saint-Germain won an unprecedented 11th Ligue 1 title with a draw at Strasbourg. Messi struck a fine finish from Kylian Mbappe's pass is his 496th in Europe's top 5 leagues, taking him past Cristiano Ronaldo's mark of 495. It is his 32nd for PSG and could be his last, as he's expected to leave this summer. In some Formula One news, Fernando Alonso says he hopes Max Verstappen's inconsistent starting will provide him with an opportunity to dislodge the pole sitter in Sunday's Monaco Grand Prix. Red Bull's Verstappen denied Alonso a first pole position since 2012 with a stunning final sector to narrowly top a thrilling qualifying session at the Circuit de Monaco on Saturday. After the break, we take a look at the highlights.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
This is still Sunset News. If you're just joining us, let's take a look at the highlights from today's broadcast. In a significant milestone for Namibia's clean energy future, the government has signed a feasibility and implementation agreement with Hyphen Hydrogen Energy Limited, a Namibian registered green hydrogen development company, for the 10 billion Namibian dollar green hydrogen project on Friday, the 26th of May, 2023. The recent detection of the Crimean Congo hemorrhagic fever, CCHF, in a human in Khobabis has prompted the Directorate of Veterinary Services, operating under the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, to issue a warning to animal handlers and the general public. The Veterinary Council is taking proactive measures to control the spread of the severe viral disease, which poses a risk to both animals and humans. In sport, Kudus Rugby Club 3 defeated Sparta 2 with 21-14 in a First League Rugby Division match played on Saturday at the Jan Vulcan Stadium in Walvis Bay. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook and all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, Oneuptwo.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. I am Diana Master, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.